It's the penultimate round of the national championships under 12. Ethan Vaz, the second seed of the tournament, and the boy who scored 8 out of 8, is taking on the top seed of the tournament, Arjun Adireddy. Ethan pushes his pawn to a5. Right now, black is a pawn up and has a dominating position. Can Arjun convert it without any hiccups? Ethan plays his rook to b3. How does black make progress? That is the question. Well, he needs to create a passer on the king side. But Arjun thinks for a bit here. He has 1 minute 47 seconds. Ethan has 36 seconds. Somehow you can give an exchange sacrifice so that your rook can enter into the position, and that's exactly what Arjun does. He sacrifices an exchange there, makes a couple of moves quickly, but now you will see that the king, bishop, rook, the d-pawn, all of them make it very, very difficult for white to defend. Now white should go maybe rook b2 to stop the rook c2 check. Of course, black can slowly try to penetrate. There you see, it seemed like Ethan thought that Arjun said something. Arjun said, well, I didn't say anything there. And rook a1 has been played. Arjun moves in with a check to the king. King to f1 has been played. And black moves in with his king. And now king takes f3 is a threat. So Ethan goes rook b5. If you now take on f3, he will take your pawn on f5. Arjun now starts to push his d-pawn. That's a powerful pawn. Rook d1, attacking the pawn, and Arjun has seen it. Now he's going to win a piece, because if king g1, then there's a deadly discovered check and you lose a rook. So you have to play king e1. And now d2 check is going to win you the full rook there. So from being an exchange down, now Arjun will be a piece up. Rook takes and rook takes. Arjun wants the score sheet. It is move number 58. A6. Rook to A2. Well, Ethan is lost here, but generally in age group tournaments, you will see that people play until the very end. That is something that you see, and here Ethan says, should I pause the clock? And Arjun obliges. They change their score sheets and they are now writing on the new score sheets. But it was very nice of them to, synchronize the pausing of the score sheet, and now they started again. King e2 has been played. Ethan is born in 2011, while Arjun is born in 2010. Ethan is 10 years old, Arjun is 11. Very likely that in the next couple of years, these both of them will become the top players of India, become grandmasters and so on. Very nice move by Arjun, threatening a mate on c1, so the rooks have to be traded. Check there. Ethan comes back. The rooks are traded, and g4, pawn is pushed. You have to write the score sheet, because in case of any dispute that arises, the score sheets are useful because they have the moves. Of course, these are all DGT boards, so the moves are also being recorded. I also feel that writing score sheet gives a more human feel to this game. And there you see Arjun taking a queen. Ethan may want to resign, but actually it's also one of the things that these youngsters do. They keep on playing and they hope that there would be a stalemate. It's kind of interesting, but it's very unlikely that that's going to happen. And also in such positions, you get to see the way in which people convert. Like some would take another pawn and make another queen, like with black, while Arjun is just converting it with one queen and a king on the board. King c6, and there you have a checkmate on the board. With this, Arjun Adireddy has reached 8 points out of 10. Ethan was on 8 out of 8, but he lost both his rounds, so he's still on 8. We have a new leader in the tournament, the young boy named Goutham Krishna from Kerala. He is on 8.5 points. The last round takes place today, and we will see who becomes the national under-12 champion. As the game ends, both the players write down the results on the score sheet. They sign it and will exchange the score sheets for the sign of their opponents as well. Best wishes to both the youngsters. This is Sagar Shah signing off. Bye bye.